What's up? I'm Jeff Haynes from Tech Bargains, and this is the video review of the Lenovo IdeaCentre K430 Desktop. A lot of attention has been paid in the computing world to thin, light laptops, smaller all-in-ones, and tablets, but there's still a large market for desktops, especially when it comes to PC gaming. Lenovo is trying to target this core group of consumers with the IdeaCentre K430, which is an upgrade to the K330 that we reviewed last year. Is this desktop the one that you want as a gaming rig? Here's our review. The K430 that we reviewed was powered by an Intel Core i7-3770 processor running at 3.4 GHz that can be boosted up to 3.9 GHz via turbo. It came with 12 GB of RAM, an Nvidia GeForce GT 545 video card, and a 2 TB hard drive spinning at 7200 RPM. The system also came with a DVD burner, 9-in-1 memory card reader, and a 64-bit version of Windows Home 7 Premium. The toolless design of the system also packed 4 USB 2.0 ports, 2 USB 3.0 ports, and HDMI, VGA, and DVI ports. What's immediately noticeable about the K430 is the design of the system. A lot of towers that target gamers can be somewhat overboard, but the K430 has an elegant design with brushed aluminum finish that keeps it from being boring without calling a lot of attention to the machine. It manages to strike a delicate balance that a lot of machines can't. On top of that, the system is quiet as a mouse. Unless you try to listen to it or you shove your head up next to the tower, you're not going to know it's running unless you look at the LED light at the bottom. If you go for a higher-end GPU, you'll get more noise, but as it was configured with the GT 545, this was whisper quiet. Another feature we appreciated was the handle on the system. Like the K330 from last year, the handle makes it incredibly easy to carry from room to room, LAN parties, or onto tables for dusting and cleaning. Now when it counted, the performance of the K430 was very solid. It didn't crush any specific benchmark, but across the board it did pretty well. Based on the model and the configuration we were sent, it had expected or slightly better than expected performance, all of which was better than last year's model. As a result, the multimedia experience is solid. It won't blow anything away, but it won't be completely outdated. However, one of the largest benefits of a desktop is that they're much more upgradable than a notebook. This machine isn't the top-of-the-line system, but there's a lot of opportunity to upgrade it, and it's easy to get into the case thanks to its toolless entry. Unfortunately, the K430 has a number of problems, and in some ways they're very similar to the ones we mentioned with the review of the K330 from last year. For example, the graphics card solution could be a lot better. The GT 545 is a boost over the older GT 440M, but it's still a low-end graphics card that just can't handle hardcore gaming. That's somewhat disappointing given the fact that the K430 is targeted towards gamers. We were barely able to get close to 20 frames a second in Aliens vs. Predator if we turned on anisotropic filtering, anti-aliasing, and DirectX 11. It was only when we dropped these settings and disabled DirectX 11 that we managed to get close to 50 frames a second, which is pretty sad. Gamers are going to want to push the bounds of their graphics card and their machine to get the best gaming experience. Now at 1920 by 1080, we could get playable frame rates, but we could find dips during heavy action on screen. The point is, if you're going to get a game that taxes your GPU, you better expect to order the computer with better graphics cards or be prepared to upgrade. Once again, we also noticed that the interior of the machine was very messy, especially by OEM standards. The wiring in the K430, like its older brother, the K330, just isn't clean, which can easily affect the airflow of the machine. Finally, the power dial of the computer still doesn't seem to affect its performance whatsoever. While it means that you won't need to flip the power dial to the cool setting because it still runs very quiet on its auto setting, it also means that turbo doesn't really appear to change or affect the performance of the desktop either. We hope that this has been changed from system to system, but it doesn't appear to be the case. We were somewhat torn about the IdeaCentre K430 Desktop. On the one hand, it's an attractive tower with its brushed aluminum finish and its silver accents. It has very good multimedia performance and it runs quietly without costing a lot of dough. But on the other, despite its powerful specs, the system is deceptively weak, especially when it comes to the GPU, where it could use a lot more power. Now, if you can afford it, we highly recommend that you get one of the more powerful system setups, especially one with dual graphics cards if gaming is your primary concern. As a result, we decided to give the Lenovo IdeaCentre K430 Desktop a 3.5 out of 5. For the latest coupons and deals on systems like the IdeaCentre K430 Desktop, be sure to go to techbargains.com/Lenovo. To enter our monthly giveaway, make sure you always check out techbargains.com/YouTube, and to watch our video unboxings, video reviews, and exclusive video features, be sure to go to techbargains.com/videos.